What would you tell yourself when you got started? If you could go back and give yourself advice, what would be the one piece of advice you'd give yourself
Great question. How long back?
when you started real estate?
When I started real estate, that's a great question, man. What would be what would I tell myself? I think maybe not so much tell myself, but what I would do differently. The one thing that I would do differently when I started back then was, I think it would just be, for me, it would be aligning myself with partners that are doing just larger transactions, right? And the reason why I say that is when I started, I come from a commercial banking background. So when I started, there were a lot of deals that I could do, residential, commercial, but in 2008, 2009, there was just a lot of opportunity out there. And I did not build those relationships quick enough because frankly, I just wasn't smart enough to do that, right? I didn't have the experience. I didn't understand why it was so important to build, I call them venture relationships, right? Or deal relationships. Yeah. And ultimately it came down to partnering or working with people that were just much better at me in very specific things. It could be ground up construction, great example, right? Another one was maybe a specific product type, whether it be multifamily or office buildings or industrial buildings for that matter. I didn't have those relationships in place. So, irrespective of all the different opportunities I ran into, I really gave up so much opportunity because I was too narrowly focused on just what I did, which paid huge dividends for me because of the narrow focus. The challenge was, I just left too much on the table and probably could have scaled much bigger, much faster by, having those relationships